The Way of Simplicity. It was a sunny spring morning when Kyo walked slowly down the wooded path to the temple. He carried nothing but a small bundle over his shoulder, containing his few possessions. Kyo was a young monk, recently ordained, and he was on his way to the temple where he would begin his life of spiritual training. As he walked, Kyo thought about what had brought him to this point. He had grown up in a small farming village, expected to work in the fields like his father and grandfather before him, but from a young age, Kyo had felt there was something more he was meant to do. He was troubled by the endless cycles of suffering he saw people trapped in: greed, anger, ignorance. He longed to break free and live a life of purpose. After months of introspection and contemplation, Kyo decided to give up his ordinary life and enter the monastic path. His parents had been disappointed, thinking he was throwing away his future by giving up the opportunity to have a career, wife and family. But Kyo was determined to follow his calling. The temple Kyo was traveling to was renowned for its simple lifestyle and intense meditation practice. The monks there lived with few possessions, grew their own food, and spent many hours a day in silent meditation. Their dedication to the contemplative life was an inspiration to Kyo. As he approached the temple, Kyo breathed deeply, clearing his mind and focusing on the present moment. The path opened up to a broad courtyard, where he could see monks walking slowly in meditation. In the distance was the main temple hall, its sloped wooden roof rustling gently in the breeze. Kyo walked into the courtyard, savoring the tranquility that seemed to envelop the whole temple. He was greeted by an older monk named Ban, who welcomed him warmly. After Kyo had a chance to set his bundle in his small room, Ban showed him around the grounds. The meditation hall was a large open space with smooth wooden floors and simple cushions arranged in rows. The dining area had long tables where monks ate in silence, contemplating each bite. The gardens were raked into neat patterns of waves and swirls, with rocks carefully positioned among the green plants. Over the next few weeks, Kyo settled into the routine of monastic life. Every day began before dawn with chanting and meditation. The monks then had cleaning duties, preparing meals in the kitchen, or working in the gardens. Several more hours were spent in meditation, along with study of philosophical teachings. The evenings were for relaxation and reflection before retiring. Kyo found the lifestyle challenging but fulfilling. Living simply with few possessions freed him from constant wanting and attachment. The long hours of meditation softened his soul and opened his mind. For the first time, he felt a deep sense of inner peace. One morning, after months at the temple, Kyo was sweeping leaves in the garden when the old master, Sato, approached him. "You have adjusted well to our way of life," said Sato. "I can see you have the sincerity and discipline needed to go deeper." Kyo bowed. "Thank you, master. I am grateful for the opportunity to walk this path." Sato nodded. "I believe you are ready for koan study." A koan was a perplexing riddle or story used to help monks loosen their fixed perceptions and awaken insight. Kyo felt his heart quicken. Koan study was the hallmark of advanced training. The monks spent months or years focused on a single koan, wrestling with it intellectually and intuitively. It could be frustrating and confusing, but led to profound breakthroughs. "Go and meditate on this koan," said Sato. A monk asked the master Bucko, "All things are innately perfect and complete, so why did the ancient sages bother to practice meditation? How would you respond?" Kyo bowed deeply. He walked to the meditation hall and sat with the koan, letting his mind open around it. Though he didn't expect to solve it quickly, the paradox of its logic stirred his curiosity. Why strive for an enlightenment that is already present? In the weeks that followed, Kyo focused intently on the koan. He sat with it from dawn until dusk during meditation sessions. In his daily duties, he turned the words over in his mind, examining them from every angle. At times, his thinking hit dead ends, leaving only frustration. But he persisted. One night, Kyo was sitting in meditation struggling with the koan yet again. Feelings of doubt were rising to the surface. Am I fooling myself to think I can ever solve this? Is there even an answer? As his mind filled with questions, Kyo became aware of his breathing. The inhalation and exhalation were flowing steadily, abundantly. The present moment felt vibrant and alive. In a flash of insight, Kyo realized the answer to the koan. Perfection was not some state to attain, it was here, now in the breath and body. The meditation masters practiced to wake up from the dream of separation. At that moment, Kyo felt supremely awake. Kyo arose the next morning with joyful energy. He went to find Master Sato. Bowing deeply, Kyo said, "All things are originally complete in themselves. It is because people are unaware, they practice to realize the truth." Sato broke into a wide smile. He rang a bell and announced to the monks that Kyo had passed through the gateless gate. That evening, a small ceremony was held in Kyo's honor, marking his entry into the inner circle of realized monks. In the following years, Kyo continued to deepen and embody his realization. He eventually became a meditation teacher himself, guiding others along the path that had so transformed his own life. Though he lived simply, owning almost nothing, Kyo felt wealthier than kings. His life overflowed with the inner freedom and tranquility he had sought for so long. He needed nothing more.